The contract is paid in Green Lanterns issue 36. Arresting Bolfunga and his father, Jessica awaits a Green Lantern extradition while Simon goes back to find Bolfunga's hidden ship. Finding it reveals Bolfunga's apparent lawyer, who uses her strange powers to actually eat the ship. Simon and Jessica's recount of their story is stopped in its tracks by the Green Lanterns listening to the debrief. None of them seem to understand how this woman could have eaten an entire ship. But Jessica has no idea either, but she knows that the name Singularity Jain isn't just a cool sounding code name. Getting back to their story, the Lanterns say Singularity Jain not only ate their ship, but the Lantern signal as well. Collecting Bolfunga and his father, Jain says all of this can be ended if Bolfunga just kills his father, completing their contract. The Lanterns attack the woman, who merely eats their energy blasts, using them against the Lanterns. It doesn't keep them down for long as Jessica attacks Jain while Simon moves Bolfunga and Boff away from the battle. Fighting the villain, Jessica finds herself easily outmatched by her, and Jessica asks her why she doesn't find a better class of clientele to prey on. Jain says that she prefers desperate criminals since they are directionless and she can offer them a chance, and when they always fail that chance, it makes consuming them that much better. Jain says that she could fix Jessica and make her problems all go away, but Jessica's willpower spikes, allowing her to take the fight to Jain. Taking the two aliens high into the mountains, Simon ties Bolfunga to a tree. The warlord protests since he won't be able to help his senile old father, so Simon locks them both in a cage construct, telling the old man to lay off his son. Jessica meanwhile manages to almost stop Jain, but her willpower dips slightly, giving the alien a window of opportunity to consume Jess, pulling her into her void. Inside the black expanse, she begins to lose more and more of her willpower as she relives her violent past. In their cage, the old demented Boff begins praying to a shaman that isn't actually there. Bolfunga pretends to be the shaman Boff is praying to, joining his father in prayer and learning his father still loves him, and since it is not his culture's way to love, he will suffer through it and his stillness and allow it to take hold of his mind. In return, however, he hopes that his son will earn his title and follow through on the one promise of fighting battles instead of running from them. As Jessica has accepted her fate, Simon manages to rescue her from the Black Maw, pulling her free. Before turning her attention back to the Lanterns, Jain realizes that Bolfunga has done his deed and killed his father, ending their contract and Jain's attack. Finishing up their story, Simon and Jessica say Jain soon disappeared before the other Lanterns arrived, and Bolfunga admitted completely to the murder. Bringing the inquiry to an end, Simon and Jessica's judgment is handed down, revealed to be not guilty, and that they only acted in self-defense. While the Molite refugees are being protested on Angara, Bolfunga finds himself back in prison, confronted by a huge alien who has heard he is a coward. Remembering what his father said, Bolfunga attacks the alien, refusing to run from a fight ever again. Green Lanterns issue 36 was an awesome ending to Bolfunga's story of redemption. It still takes me a minute when I'm reading these new issues to realize that Tim Seeley is now writing the books, since he does such a good job of keeping all these characters consistent in relation to what Sam Humphries set out with them. And that could be kind of difficult because usually when you get a new writer on, they, want to change something up with the character or anything, but I'm so glad that they've kept like a decent consistency between these characters. What was also really cool about this arc was Singularity Jain and Bolfunga, who were both kind of villains to the story, but both in wildly different ways, and it gave the Lanterns a chance to try out new tactics, and even Tim Seeley to sort of try out new stuff with the characters while still keeping that consistency, which is really great, and it made for a wholly compelling story. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.